Hello everybody and welcome back to the second part of the Retro Lore series where we look into the story of Akama and his Ash-Tongue Death-Sworn Broken Draenei. That is one long name. Last time we started out at the Sanctum of the Stars and we learned about a medallion called the Medallion of Karabor that could grant us entrance into Black Temple, so we could then use that to springboard off to attack Illidan's forces to stop him because, you know, why not? He's evil and we need to kill him. AKA the Burning Crusade story is bad. So, we are off to meet Akama, but unfortunately I found myself in prison. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Actually, I'm just screwing with you. I can just click this and open it. Last time we proved our worth that we were not with the Illidari by killing one of Illidan's demons. So we were told we can now meet Akama. We actually have to go down this way. And I always thought this was so cool when I was younger, when Burning Crusade was out, because it was like, now where do you go? Because if he's not in here, there's no Akama in here, and this leads to nowhere. So what do? And you actually have to go in here and under the water to get to him. I don't know why. I just thought that was so awesome. So we pop out here, and then we come in here, and here's our friend Akama. He says, "Hail, there is much we need to talk about. I hope your decision is an open one. The decisions I made are not understood by many. Only my closest collaborators have understanding of the portents I see and the signs I await. When I joined forces with Illidan, it was based on visions foretelling that otherwise my race would have been destroyed. I've waited patiently for other signs and visions to come to pass. Velen's exodus, the opening of the Dark Portal, and now your arrival. Seer Udalo, I hope you're not..." Oh, what's this? It says, "Mortals here, what is the meaning of this pathetic broken?" Akama whispers, "Have no fear, Blood Elf, just play along." Oh, I died. Akama says, "A mere nuisance, I assure you. Tell the master his prisoner will not escape, while Akama and the Death-Sworn watch over her." "You do well to not toy with me, Akama. Illidan has given me specific orders to keep a close watch on the Warden. If I find out you're hiding anything from me, I will crush you with my own hands." His name is Vagath. Well, forgive my harsh methods, but the betrayer cannot learn of the truth. My secret must be kept at all costs. I'm alive again. Ta-da! So, the quest, anyway. Before we get there, who's this? If we truly desire the same thing, Akama, then release me. If Illidan is to die, it shall be by my hand. In due time, Maiev. I spent years preparing to make my move. I can't afford to put my plans in peril by tipping my hand too soon. Curse you, Akama. I am not a pawn in your game. My will is my own. When I unleash my wrath upon Illidan, it will have nothing to do with your foolish scheme. Oh, Maiev. I love you so much. Or at least I did. Before they made you crazy for no reason. So, the Warden's Cage is called such because it is literally the Warden's Cage. Maiev Shadowsong is known as the Warden. And apparently, by the time between the Warcraft 3 expansion, Frozen Throne, and Burning Crusade, Maiev was captured. Because at the end of Frozen Throne, we just knew that she was lost on Outland. Turns out she got captured by Illidan. So anyway, Seer Udalo. Hope you're not shocked when I reveal to you that pieces of the Medallion of Karabor you obtained from my minions are mere replicas. Well, great. Akama shows you an identical medallion in his open palm. My Death-Sworn and I have kept the secret from Illidan for as long as possible. We are, however, still missing the final piece. Udalo came to me in dreams to announce he had found it. Unfortunately, he is held by Kael'thas inside the Arcatraz in Tempest Keep. Find him and see what he knows. Find Seer Udalo inside the Arcatraz in Tempest Keep. So, if you were doing this at the content level appropriate level of the content is what I meant to say. At this point, you would need to find a group of level 70s to do Arcatraz. But since I'm level 90, and I can kill pretty much everything in there in one shot, I am going to do it myself. So, I will see you when we get inside the Arcatraz to find this Seer. And we will continue the story of assembling the Medallion of Karabor to get into Black Temple to take down the betrayer himself. Alright, here we are in the Arcatraz, and unfortunately our friend Udalo is not alive. It says, the Ash-Tongue Seer has been long dead. As you turn over his body, you spot writing scrawled upon the floor. A mysterious portent. Before he died, Udalo appears to have written a single word on the floor beneath him. The writing barely is legible, but you recognize the word Atamal. Perhaps Akama will understand the meaning of his brethren's message. Return to Akama at the warden's cage. So now we're getting more into it, folks. We've just learned about Atamal, whatever that means, and the plot's gonna thicken and make a really cool turn, which I hope they actually bring back for Warlords of Draenor, because it is a lot of the stuff that we're doing right now is very relevant to possible storylines in the Shadow Moon Valley, the new Shadow Moon Valley in Warlords of Draenor. So I'm gonna go talk to Akama, go all the way back there across the entire continent, because this is Burning Crusade, as I've said several times already, and they don't plan things out ahead. So I will get back to Akama, and I will see you then. All right, here we are. We're back at Akama. We'll see what he has to say. Yes, of course. It all becomes clear now. The Atamal Terrace. It has been known to us that the fellow orcs under Illidan's command have guarded an Atamal crystal known as the Heart of Fury at the Atamal Terrace. They cloud its presence with dark magic to keep it from the Sha'tar. Fight your way to the Atamal Terrace outside the Black Temple and turn your eyes to the sky. Shadow Lord Death Whale will circle the terrace beyond your reach. You'll have to slay him and his warlocks before you obtain the crystal. It won't be easy. I wish you luck. Go to the top of the Atamal Terrace in Shadow Moon Valley and obtain the Heart of Fury. Another part that requires 5 people. I remember, one of the many horror stories of group questing that doing this quest back in the day. Felt, and it was terrible. I hated it. I am so glad they got rid of group quests. I don't care what anybody says, what anyone's argument is. I just do not find it fun for just questing on its own to require anything more than one person. Leave all the grouping to the raids, the scenarios, the dungeons, the PvP. I don't want to deal with that. So, I know it's not exactly a popular opinion, although I don't know. It might have gained some traction these days. But with the whole BC nostalgia rush that Warlords of Draenor is supposed to bring, people once again are talking about how great it used to be back in the day when you had to force yourself with 5 people. I feel like a lot of those people didn't play the game back then and realized how terrible that actually was. So, yeah, awesome. That's my opinion on that. So, if I remember correctly, we have to kill these guys. And then, use this, I think, is how it works. Here's the Heart of Fury right here. I think he comes down now. Here he comes. You will never get the Heart of Fury. Its power belongs to Illidan. I beg to differ. So here we go. You're dead. And you're dead. So, Heart of Fury. Does this have flavor text? No, it does not. Of course. Why would it? So the Heart of Fury, I didn't get to bring it up yet, is an Atamal crystal. For those of you who do not know what that is, the Atamal crystals are 7 crystals that used to be part of one Naru device. The Naru, of course, are the wind chime-looking beings. Here's one right there. That came to Velen and the Draenei, or what would become the Draenei, when Sargeras was offering his power to the Eridar. Now, again, I have to explain. The Eridar were originally what the Draenei and the Eriduin used to be. Excuse me, the Minari Eridar. I'm getting my words all mixed up. Originally, before there were Draenei, before there were Broken, before there were all the other things, there were the Eridar. They were not evil nor good. They were just demons. They were demonic spellcasters. One day, Sargeras, the corrupted titan, came to Argus, their homeworld, and he consulted their 3 leaders of the Eridar, which were Velen, Kil'jaeden, and Archimonde. He promised them power if they would serve him. Kil'jaeden and Archimonde were on board. Velen was not, because he received a vision from the Naru. So the Naru helped Velen and his group of Eridar that wanted to flee, and because of the Naru's influence, they became the Draenei. Everyone else became Minari Eridar. The qualification Minari basically means that they have become evil. So the Atamal crystal was a Naru device that got destroyed or split up. However it happened, there were 7 of them. We found one, and this is a particularly... these crystals are no joke, folks. Velen had one. He still has one, I believe, in this universe's lore. And we just found another one. He says, the crystal, its power, now in my hands. Scene time. The Heart of Fury. I witnessed its power long ago when Velen wielded it. I feel the same power coursing through it right now. With this crystal's powers... Shut up, Maiev. My Deathsworn and I, we would be unstoppable. We could destroy Illidan. We could replace him as Lords of Outland. But that is not part of the vision I was granted. That is not how my people will be freed. Please, you must take the Heart of Fury somewhere safe. You must take it to Adal. Akama inserts the crystal into the medallion in his hand. I am not as strong as I once was. Being so close to evil itself all these years, I do not know if I can trust myself with an artifact as powerful as this. Take this as my promise to you that when the time comes and you face Illidan, I will be on your side. Take it to the one we know that we can trust with its power. Take the medallion to Adal in Sha'tar City. So let's do that. So this is the end, I guess, of this part of a quest chain. But this quest actually feeds directly into another quest chain that I'm going to be doing immediately after this. And it is it starts actually in Serpent Shrine Cavern, the raid instance. So let's turn that off so we don't have to see trade chat. All I saw was politics immediately, so I decided to turn it off. Akama's promise. Adal notices your approach and a warm light embraces you. Adal seems to know you have something for him. As you give the medallion to Adal, it disappears into his being in a flash of light. You are briefly shown a glimpse of a moment, perhaps in the future. You see Akama and Maiev coming out of the warden's cage, fighting their way to the Dark Temple. A third figure, shrouded in the shadows, is aiding them. Upon closer inspection, you notice that the figure is you. What does this look like? Whatever, I'll take it. So, that is the end of this quest. It is seemingly done for now, but for those of us who, back in the Burning Crusade, were actually raiders, when we went into Serpent Shrine Cavern, the raid, to fight Lady Vash, who... Lady Vash used to be one of my favorite characters in Frozen Throne, and then they decided in Burning Crusade to make her a Captain Planet villain for no reason whatsoever. Once again, me stating and repeating, the Burning Crusade storyline is very bad, in my opinion. Why did I say Maiev? Lady Vash's mission is like, I'm going to steal all the water in Zangarmarsh. Because, you know, that isn't a Captain Planet villain or anything. So anyway, those of you who raided back in BC like I did when you went into that raid, at a certain point in that raid, you found, if you've completed this quest, the prerequisite is you needed to have completed Akama's promise, which was the last quest in that chain. If you have completed that and you run Serpent Shrine Caverns, there is a broken Draenei in there at some point that starts the next quest chain that actually grants you entrance into Black Temple. This is the Black Temple attunement. The quest actually is still in the game, even though you don't need the attunement to get into the instance. And we're going to be doing the quest next time on whatever I decide to name this series, because I'm recording it all in one shot and have not thought of a name of it yet. So thanks for watching, everybody. My name is Necroxis. Stay tuned to the next part of the story where we learn how to get into Black Temple itself. Because the story continues, because there's always more lore to explore, folks, especially with World of Warcraft. And I hope you guys do that with me, because I'm having fun reliving old memories. Because this does relate kind of back to Warlords of Draenor. I will explain more next time and see if you guys agree with me or not. See you then.